Oh, yeah. Everybody knows. Welcome to the Inside Out. We got one person watching? Yes. All right. Welcome, Mom. Welcome to the Inside Out Movement Party number 2, baby. Woo! We're excited about this today. We all week we've been planning what different sports we can do, what different movements we can do. We were surprised last week. We expected to have somewhere around a dozen people, and we ended up having somewhere around 400 people join us live. So congratulations to you guys. I think that's absolutely amazing. We definitely had some technical glitches last week, and we think that we have overcome those, but we're going to find out as we go through. Again, we have some special requests. Today I want to make sure that is there something there that I need to know? We have some special requests. So people were asking about the neck and the shoulder. So right now, during the craziest time of the year for everybody seems to be carrying all the tension in their neck and their shoulders. And so we want to make sure that you have a way to find relief from that. I want to dedicate this to, I have a few special patients who've reached out to me, and the circumstances are such that I can't see them right now and take care of them the way that I would like to. But I have 2 patients who are just recovering from a double mastectomy who need some help with their mobility. I have a couple children who are undergoing chemotherapy that I need to help them with their mobility. I want to give them some positivity. I have a young man who just had heart surgery, open heart surgery. I have hundreds of patients who have been texting me and emailing me and sending me messages that the things that we're sending them are giving them benefit. Last week, people sent me different pictures. I want you to send me pictures of your preparation from today. I want to make sure that you guys have your wine bottle and your blanket, right? Your beach towel are 2 things that you're going to need for this exercise today. And then a special shout out to all of my family. You know, I have lots of family that they need to move, and so I feel inspired to make sure that they have an opportunity to do that. We got some bad news from Doug Ford. Doug Ford, as you know, said that we no longer are allowed to gather together in groups of 5 or more than 5 people. And Suzanne and I, well, we have 4 kids, and so there's 6 of us. So we had to have a very difficult discussion, and basically it's come down to this. So we have 2 people still here. We have Jessica and Jake, and one of them has to get voted off the island. And it's up to you guys. Right now, you're going to vote. For the next 30 seconds, we're going to take votes. Do we let Jake back in, or do we let Jessica back in? Now, if you vote for Jake, just type in J, okay? And if you vote for Jessica, just type in J. And if you vote for Jordan or Jackson, just type in J. I'm not sure I thought this all the way through. If you want Jake to come back in, I want you to type in, let the wee man in. And if you want Jessica in, say, let the gymnast back in the house and the DJ because she's playing the music, all right? We have any votes yet? Oh, no. Oh, I feel really bad. The votes have been coming in. I could see my wife laughing hysterically behind the camera, and so is Jackson, who's our cameraman today. Unfortunately, Jake, you're off the island. Jessica, you can come back in. All right, Jessica. Okay, go get Jake in case he runs away. More people are voting for Jake now? Okay, Jake, people are voting for you. You can come in. This is, he ran around the house. He's coming in the other way. This is a really, he's at the door. Remember, I want everybody to make sure you have your wine bottle, make sure that you have your towel, and we are going to get ready to go. I invite my lovely assistant showing all of the modified movements. Everybody put your hands together, even at home, for Suzanne. And doing all the more difficult maneuvers because, well, we don't want to, is Jordan. Jake, good news. Everybody voted for you. You're allowed back in. Congratulations. That sounds like maybe I'm out then. All right, so first thing for the neck and shoulders. We are going to start up at the top. Suzanne doing the modified version. Jordan doing the more advanced version. The first one is simple, straight across the board. Everybody who's sitting down at home, I want you to get up. This is not a movie to watch. This is something for you to participate in. All right? Take pictures of yourselves doing this, send them to me, make me feel like this is important. First things first, just grab some mobility, turn your head from left to right 10 times. Really simple. And if you want to do the advanced version, you could do like Jordan where she's going to do it on one foot. I think I lost count. Okay, we're going to go forwards and backwards. We're going to do mobility for the neck, mobility for the shoulders, and then strength for the neck and strength for the shoulders, okay? For the neck, forwards and backwards, up and down. And you can see Jordan is still standing on one foot. Good. Give those shoulders a roll. So now we are going to do some isometric exercises. I really like isometric exercises. What they are is they mean that you do not move during the exercise. And so an isometric exercise, as an example for the neck, even if you have arthritis in the neck, you can do this safely. The idea is if your head is going to go forwards, you'll put your hand in front and push into it, resisting. So I'm not actually moving at all, but I am contracting the muscle. Okay, so we're going to start with the forward head motion. Everybody's hand on your forehead and push forwards for 5, 2, 1. Relax. One more time, pushing the head forwards for 5. And relax. This one here, now we're going to go backwards. And this is a backwards, not tip, but a backwards translation of the head. And so your hands can go in behind, use both your hands, and you'll push your hands back, or your head back into your hands like this. Ready? And go. And if you want to be like Jordan, you can do it on one foot. And relax. Roll your shoulders. One more time. Push your hands against the back of your head. Push into it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. The next one is a rotation. So this is turning your head to the side. You're going to put your hand up here. It's called the zygomatic arch. This piece of bone right here. Don't put your hand on your jaw. You're going to hurt your jaw joint. But your hand goes right up by your eye like this. And I'm trying to turn my head to look at Jordan. Don't go too hard. You're going to pull the neck muscle. But I want you to look to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. You're going to go the other way. You can do it on one foot like Jordan if you like. And relax. We're going to go left again. 1, 2. I'm trying to turn my head. 3, 4, 5. Excellent. One more time the other way. Let's get some thumbs up and hearts. Hey, if you just gave thumbs up and hearts, that means you're too close to your phone and you should be exercising. It was a trick question, okay? Oh, we got one? Okay, we got one. This next one is going to be some shoulder flexibility exercises. And for that, you're going to need your towel. So everybody grab your towel. So Susanna, be seated. So the first exercise is really simple. You're going to take that towel and you're going to go all the way up as far back as you can. If you can go all the way around to the bottom, that's great. You should feel stretch all through the shoulder blade area. So roll that towel up, and over. and back.
Our towels aren't as long.
Over and back. Yeah, I think my towel is longer than Jordan's. And back. Okay, you should feel a little bit of burning in the shoulders there. This time now we're going to do some shoulder resistive exercises. So what you're going to do first is just hold it in front of you, just like this. And all you're trying to do is you're trying to separate your hands as much as you can. You're going to hold it for a 5 count. Ready? Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax. You should feel that through the back of the shoulder blade there. Arms up again. If that hurts your shoulders too much, you can go a little bit closer together, okay? Ready? Pull apart. Go. And relax. Good. Now we're going to do the shoulder at 2 different angles for that. So this one, Suzanne's going to show you a modified version. So if you want to turn that way, she's going to lift it up, and it's going to go just to the level of her head, not behind. For Jordan and I, we're going to do it where the body, it comes way back. Now look at this. My hands are behind my head, but now I want you to bring your shoulder blades back. And you're going to pull apart on that blanket for 5 seconds. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Take a breath. Arms back up. Shoulder blades back. And pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Last one, you're going to go down low in behind. So if you can get your arms over, if you have to bend the elbows, whatever it is, but you're going to get it right in behind, just like this, and you're going to be pulling them apart. And if you want to do the advanced version like Jordan, you're going to do it on 1 foot. Ready? Pull those apart. 1, 2, 3. This is great for the shoulder stabilizers. 4, 4.5, 4 3/4, 5. And relax. Good. You're going to do that same thing one more time. Okay? Hands out and push them apart. Hard as you can. Push. You should feel this in your lats. You feel it in your shoulder. It's hard to hold. Push, 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 and relax. As somebody who's recently separated the shoulder, those exercises have been paramount for me to stabilize it, but you're not moving through the exercise, so it's a lot safer to do. Okay? We're finished with the blanket for now. Now it's time to grab your wine bottle. Oh yeah. Alternatively, you can grab a small weight, a bottle of water, or whatever the case may be. This is a shoulder stability and mobility exercise first. The first one, I'll show you from the side. You're going to hold the bottle to the side. Now watch. I'll move my shoulder blades back. And then, what does everybody want to do with the wine? We want to pour it in a glass. Turn it down without letting your arm drop. So the arm goes back and down. Now you'll notice Suzanne's doing a modified version where her arms are not as far back. You're trying to hold that. And like Jordan, you're doing it on 1 foot if you want to do the advanced one. And tip it back up. That's 1. It's 3 reps, right? Shoulder back. Tip. Good. One more time. If you have to shake those shoulders out, you can. Right arm, shoulder back, tip. Glug, 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 as Jordan says. Good. Awesome. I don't know if you like my Wayne Gretzky wine. I like everything to do with hockey, and as soon as Wayne makes wine, well, he's my favorite, so I got to get that. Other side, right? Hold it straight out. Okay, you're holding it straight out. Now for the advanced person, back. And then tip. Woo! You can feel that. I can really feel that one. Woo! Oh my goodness, that one hurts. And relax. Good. I'm going to have to shake that one out a little bit. Okay? Arm out. Arm back. Tip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. You'll notice Suzanne has the white wine. That's her favorite, the Pinot Grigio, for anybody who's buying. I heard that Wayne Gretzky has an offer right now. Okay, tip, has an offer right now where they're actually delivering for free Wayne Gretzky wine. So I'll put in our address later. You guys can send it. And relax. Oh, you can feel that burn. So now there's some more shoulder mobility. Again, this one is called the Lumberjack. Usually you would do this with a weight, but the idea of this one, and the reason I wanted to use a wine bottle, is we're going to bring it up, but I don't want you to pour the wine on your shirt. What you're thinking is you're trying to pour the wine behind your body. So you're having to open up that shoulder all the way. And so you can get into a lunge position if you want. You can do it seated if you want. You could do it on one foot if you want. Okay? And you start down at the hip. You bring it up and over. Hold for 3, 2, 3, and down. Up. It's good to agitate your wine a little bit before you drink it anyways. And down. Up. You really are using those rotators to open up that shoulder. 4, and then you have one more, okay, one more. This is like if you're chopping the wood. Bam. Good. Same thing on the other side. We're going to pour this wine out. Remember, you're going to bring it up and don't pour it on your shoulder, right? You're trying to pour it. Pretend there's a glass behind you and you're trying to pour it into that glass. You really got to open that shoulder up. Ready? And pour. It's good, Jordan. That's 2. That's 3. I can really feel it burning in between the shoulders. That's 4. And then the last one. That's 5. Good. The next one are called halos. And if anybody's ever lifted weights often, you've done halo exercises quite often. And what you do is typically you're going to take a weight. And the idea is you're going to move the weight around your head as close as you can to your head. You guys remember that game Operation where you can get as close as you want to the side, but you can't touch the side? Same thing. You're trying to get this as close to your head all the way around. So I'll demonstrate first. So the idea is it moves the shoulders through an entire range of motion all the way through. And you're trying to keep that weight as close to your head as possible. Okay, so we're going to go one direction 5 times. Go ahead. You're trying to keep that as close as you can. Suzanne's doing the seated version. Jordan is doing it up on one foot. Or she is now. I lost count. I don't know how many that is. I feel like that was 5. Okay, we're going to go the opposite direction now. Ready? Okay, you're trying to keep, and most people have flexibility that's greater in one shoulder than the other. And so you want to bring that around as tight as you can. As tight as you can. And one more. All the way around. Good. You know, put your bottle of wine down. The last exercise for the shoulders that we're going to do, I'm going to demonstrate in 3 different ways. So first I'll have Suzanne facing that direction. So these are the YWs. Yeah, just like that, the YWs. So the YWs is your arms start in a Y and they go down to a W. So the idea is that you bring your arms up, okay? And when you bring the W part down, you want the elbows to try to come behind your back, okay? Now you can see that her hands are about level with her shoulders. That's the modified version, okay? The advanced version is going to be, and we're going to do it on the ground, so a camera might need to move, is that the arms come back behind you and down. And the idea, I'll show it to you first. The idea, can you see me here? Is that you get your hands as far off the ground as you can. So up into a Y, and then keeping them as high as you can. You'll feel your shoulder blade slide across the rib cage. You're trying to keep as high as you can and down. And then the advanced version, which Jordan is going to do, If you want to activate all of the posterior chain muscles, go ahead, okay? You're going to do this in the Superman position. And if you want to activate your butt muscles, squeeze your heels together. So you come up and then down, keeping your hands as far off as you can off the ground, and then back up, okay? So that's the Superman version. I'm going to do the middle version. Suzanne's going to do the modified version. We're going to do five of those, okay? You go there, I go here. Okay, everybody down. Arms up and down. You should feel that tension. Do not let that tension go between your shoulder blades. You're trying to keep your shoulder blades tight. 2. Squeeze at the bottom. You should feel your lat muscles squeeze. I'm starting to work up a little bit of a sweat here. But this is really, really good. If you have chronic upper back pain, this is one of the best exercises you can do. If you get knots in your shoulders all the time, I feel like I did 5, but I think that was 4. One more, as high up off the ground as you can get it. And down. Good. Whew, I'm sweating. If you have chronic knots in your shoulders, that exercise there will wake up those shoulder blades. You can feel that in the shoulders, right? So I feel that fire and burning in the shoulders. The idea of that is to bring fresh blood into those muscles. Remember, when a muscle goes into spasm, right, you want to be able to get that muscle moving. Activating it and strengthening it through a range is one way to do that. I think it's time for our sport. Did anybody guess what our favorite sport is? One of our favorite sports in this house is what? Triathlon. It's the triathlon. That's right. And the triathlon we love for all kinds of reasons. I'm going to take a drink. After this video, that will be straight out of the wine bottle. And it should be for you too. One of the things I love about triathlons is that it's 3 different sports at once. So most people know that in a triathlon, you start with the swim. So we're going to do some swimming motion that has to do with shoulder flexibility. Of course, you also then have the bike, and then you have the run. Now, part of being in a triathlon is that you have to have the proper equipment. One of my favorite, what are you laughing at? One of my favorite stories in a triathlon, Suzanne and I were in a race together, and truth be told that I am athletic, but my wife is an athlete. And there is a great difference between those two things. And so I wanted to at least get off the bike. So you go swim, bike, run. And I wanted to come off the bike ahead of her, because if I did, I'd have a chance of winning. Because in a short run, I'm probably pretty close to her, maybe even can beat her. But the bike, not so much, and the swim, definitely not. So if I can get out to a lead, I thought I would be good. So I wanted to get off the bike first. So we get into the swim, and in the swim, you get these fancy swim caps, right? I know you're jealous. I had a blue swim cap on in that race, and she had a white one. I was lucky because I had a 3-minute head start. I was in the wave in front of her. So I knew if I could at least stay ahead of her till I got off the bike, I had a chance. And we're out there swimming, and I know she's coming. So I'm giving it as hard as I can, as hard as I can. And you go out, and then you turn, and you come back. And so I get around that buoy, and of course, I'm looking. I see a sea of blue caps everywhere. That's my group, right? And I see one freaking white cap. And it's moving at a speed that is different than all of the blue caps. And so as I'm going, and I look over, you can imagine there's people everywhere, it's splashing, and I'm like this, and I'm looking, and I'm like, off, that is my wife. And I want to cheer for her, but not that much. And so I put my head down, and I'm giving it as hard as I can, trying to finish the swim ahead of her. And as I kind of look up, I'm like, okay, how much of a lead do I have? And I look over my shoulder, and I can't find her, and I look up, and she's not even close. She is so far ahead of me, it wasn't funny. And I never saw her again in the race, and I got my butt kicked. So that's one of my favorite triathlon stories. So Triathlon, the swimmers, they always do this. I have no idea why, but we're going to do it anyways because it's fun and it looks funny. If you see the guys in the Olympics, they do this and they look so focused and they look super athletic. I probably look like a monkey trying to get a banana, but that's what they do. So the first thing we're going to do is the swim. Suzanne is going to do the modified version of the swim. In the chair? Yeah, so because we still have lots of people who are still in the chair. Is the video still on? Yeah. Great. So the modified version of the swim is going to be the full with the pull. So watch Suzanne, she's going to pull, bring that arm all the way back. That's a beautiful stroke right there, right? When she swims, she looks like a torpedo. When I swim, I look like a guy who's calling because he's drowning. I'm going to do a middle-of-the-road version, which is going to be down, face down, swim, pull. You're going to have to roll a bit to get that arm all the way through. And Jordan is going to do the super advanced version. She's able to kick and do it at the same time, swim at the same time. It's pretty impressive. I know, it's pretty good. I'm so proud of her. Okay, so everybody, you are going to swim in a triathlon. Depends how long it is, but for this triathlon, we're only going to swim for 30 seconds, all right? Get at it. All right, we are in the water, and we are sucking in water. Now, one of the things about being in a triathlon is that you have to swim beside other people. And in my very first triathlon, I was so nervous. I got about 50 yards in, and somebody booted me right in the face. And one of those ones where you get it in the nose and your eyes water. My goggles came off. I almost came out of the water last. You got 15 more seconds. I almost came out of the water last. But I came out screaming. I was so excited to still be alive. I didn't come. And then the rest of the race is good because you can just pass people because you're already coming from last place. Good. Okay. You get out of the water in a triathlon. Now you got to run to transition. You got to get your goggles off. Yeah, right? You're getting up to the bike. You got to get your helmet on. And you got to get your goggles on. Glasses, whatever. Now, when you're on the bike, there are two things that I don't like about the bike. One of them is pedaling. Okay? I don't really like pedaling that much. But the other one is what's that position called? Oh, arrow position, is the arrow position. So the arrow position, it hurts. You have to have upper back flexibility. So we're going to do that right now. So the arrow position, okay, you got to get on the bike first. Okay, so now you're on the bike. What are you laughing at? Okay, I got on like a horse. All right. So now you have to bend forwards, and your elbows are like in front of you on these rests, and your hands hold here, and your head's like this. But I feel like it's so hard to hold. So what we're going to do is you're going to go like that forwards, and then try and bring your elbows right together. And you're going to hold that position, pushing your hands out as far as they can in front of you while still keeping your elbows together. Feel that stretch in your back? Can you imagine these athletes like Suzanne? They hold that for like 90 kilometers. I can hold this for about this long. That's about how long I can hold it. It stretches that upper back. These guys, they can hold that for that long. They really have to work on upper back flexibility for it. We're going to go into that position one more time. So, knees bent. Suzanne's doing the modified version. Jordan's going to do it on one foot. Arms out, elbows together. That's pretty good, Jordan. Hold it. Get your hands as far away from your body as you can, still keeping your elbows together. Oh, I'm sweating like crazy. And relax. Good. Now on the bike, you got to cycle, the modified version. Okay? The regular version. And then the advanced version.
What's the advantage?
Oh, the advanced version. Remember in grade school you used to do this? And you get your back, okay, right up. Yeah, like that. Okay, ready? Cycle, ready, go. Arrow position. Arrow. You go faster when you're in the arrow. I can't hold the arrow. The best part about cycling is the downhill. And then the second best part about cycling is getting off of it. Your bum hurts and you go numb in your entire nether region. You can't feel anything from the inside of this knee to the inside of this knee. It's really not right. Okay, up. Now you still have to run. You got to get this off. You got to get some water. Okay, run. Okay, run. Run. Okay, run. And she's going to go high knees. And you're going to run. And now you're running. And you're going along. The best part of the triathlon. People are cheering for you. They don't even know you. And they're cheering. They're the whole time. If you want to be inspired, go watch a triathlon. You'll see people of every shape and size out there. I saw this lady one time. It's actually cool. I went to watch Suzanne, and there was this little girl sitting on the beach waiting for her mom to come out of the water, and she was holding her mom's leg, her orthotic, prosthetic leg, and waiting for her mom to get out. Her mom got out of the water. She gave her leg. She ran up the hill, got on a bike, and went. My eyes were watering. It was the most awesome thing I'd ever seen. You're coming down to the finish chute now. Whatever you want to give, you got the finish line coming. Oh, she passed me. And Jake is going. Good job, Jakey. Woo! Congratulations. Good race, everybody. Good race. I really have to give it to the people who exercise and talk at the same time. That's pretty impressive. And if you really want to exercise, this is a movement party. It's designed for anybody. If you want to exercise, there's some people in our town right now that are doing all kinds of exercises online that you can go and source out. I know that the Temples from Rise Above, I know Leanne Simpson do it. I know Soraya down the street was doing Zumba. I know that Nicola Boldway was doing it. I know Sue McCarty was doing it. All of those people are awesome teachers, and they're offering stuff online for you to get fit, and I encourage you to. But every single Sunday night at 7:30, I want you just here. Family time. Everybody together and moving. If you want some other stuff to do, I've had lots of time. I created a pile of videos. I just uploaded them to YouTube. If you go Dr. Ryan French YouTube, you'll find my YouTube channel. And if you go in there, I want you to look at some of the exercises. Those are all different exercises that I just teach patients day after day. And if you want to do those, in fact, if you find those, maybe give them some thumbs up or shares or things like that. To be honest, we all could use that stuff. I really appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate all of the high fives and the thumbs up and the hearts and whatnot that we're getting. I thank my family for all their hard work. Jake, welcome back to the island. Next week, I love you. It's okay. Next week, we're going to do some other movement patterns. We have special sports in it. We were laughing trying to come up with sports, but right now we're going to enjoy maybe that bottle of wine and some of the, we had a charcuterie board tonight because we had a Tuscan evening tonight. So maybe we'll put some Italian music back on, some wine, a little bit more charcuterie board, and we'll enjoy the fruits of our labor. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and I will see you next time. Have a great week.